Hi students, welcome to the session on broadside array, right? So in this video we see what is the meaning of broadside array, where maximum radiation and minimum radiation null occurs in the broadside array. So let us start now. First we understand what is broadside array, BSA. Broadside array is an array in which maximum radiation occurs. Maximum radiation means nothing but our main beam, right? So the maximum radiation occurs perpendicular to the array axis. Perpendicular to the array axis. See, suppose if it is our array axis means the maximum radiation will be occurring perpendicular. So this is what 90 degree, right? So here only the maximum radiation occurs perpendicular to the array axis. So this indicates theta is equal to 90 degree or pi by 2 radian. Fine. Okay. We know that array factor is given by psi is equal to beta d cos theta plus alpha. For maximum radiation, psi must be 0. Right? Beta d cos for a broadside array, theta is equal to 90 degree, cos 90 is 0. So alpha is equal to 0. Right? So that is progressive phase shift is 0. So whenever we think of a broadside array, these parameter values should be kept in mind. One is theta is pi by 2, right? Psi 0, alpha 0. These three are the fundamental characteristics of broadside array. That is max theta pi by 2 implies that maximum radiation occurs perpendicular to the array axis. Psi 0 indicates maximum radiation. Alpha 0 indicates progressive phase shift is 0. That means all sources are in phase. All sources are in phase. Are in same phase. Right? That's the meaning. Clear? So these parameters first we remember before we start deriving the direction of maximum radiation, minimum radiation, etc. Right? Okay, first we derive what is beam width between first null. Beam width between first null. Right? We know the normalized electric field for any uniform linear array is sine n psi by 2 divided by sine psi by 2. If you have any doubt on this, please refer my video on what you call uniform linear array, right? I have derived this equation. Okay, first what we have to find beam width between first null. We find first null, right? So nulls appears at n psi by 2, that is equal to plus or minus k pi, where k is 1, 2, 3, etc. Why? What do you mean by null? Null means the radiation is 0. So E must be 0. When E will be 0, when n psi pi by 2, n psi by 2 is equal to k pi. Because sine 1 pi, sine 2 pi, sine 3 pi is 0, where k is equal to 1, 2, 3. So whenever this numerator is 0, E will be 0. That is radiation will be 0. Right? So n psi pi by 2 is equal to k pi. If you substitute k is equal to 1, sin pi 0. K is equal to 2, sin 2 pi 0. So when n psi pi by 2 is equal to plus or minus k pi, we will get null. Right? So let us assume first null. First null, let us assume first null appears at k is equal to 1, right? For example. So what will happen? N psi 1 by 2 is equal to plus or minus pi because k is equal to 1. This indicates psi 1 is equal to 2 pi by n. So first null appears at psi 1 is equal to 2 pi by n. Right? So consider this equation number 2. We know psi is equal to beta d cos theta plus alpha, and alpha is equal to 0 for broadside array. So psi is equal to beta d cos theta. Fine. So first null occurs at psi is equal to psi 1. Here only we found. So first null occurs at psi is equal to psi 1, that is equal to beta d cos pi by 2 plus del phi, or del theta. Why I write like this? You see, first null occurs at beta d, theta is equal to pi by 2 plus theta. Why I am putting like this? When theta is equal to pi by 2, maximum radiation occurs. Yes or no? So, for example, this is what theta is equal to pi by 2, this location. Just now we have studied, right? So, the null may be occur somewhat away from pi by 2. So, that is what the distance is del theta, let us assume. So, if first null occurs at maximum radiation occurs at pi by 2 means the null occurs at pi by 2 plus theta here, right? Or here. Yeah, this is the maximum radiation. So after that, we will have some null at some distance. The distance is del theta, right? Okay, so first null occurs at pi by 2, beta d cos pi by 2 plus theta. So this is the location of first null. So 2 and 3 are same. Okay, so equate 2 and 3. So what we get is 2 pi by n from 2 and 3, because 3 is also talking about first null, 2 is giving the value of first null. So 2 and 3 are same. 2 pi by n is equal to beta d cos pi by 2 plus del theta. Right? So del theta is very small value. Cos of the pi by 2 plus small value is just that value only. So del theta. Yes, so 2 pi by m. This indicates del theta is equal to 2 pi by n into beta d. So beta is equal to 2 pi by lambda, 2 pi by n into 2 pi by lambda I bring outside into d. So that is equal to lambda by nd. So this is what beamwidth of broadside array. So beamwidth between first null is given by lambda by nd. Right? So sorry, so this is okay, I didn't do that. So theta is equal to lambda by nd, but I want beamwidth is equal to 2 into del theta. Why? Beamwidth means total width, here to here, right? So here to here, I found only del theta, but beamwidth is del theta, this also del theta, so 2 del theta. So beamwidth is equal to 2 del theta. This implies beamwidth is equal to 2 lambda by nd, because del theta is lambda by nd. So that is equal to 2 lambda by L. Right? This is what? How I write L is equal to nd, where L is the length of the array. N is the number of elements in array. Number of elements in array. D is the distance between the two elements. Okay, so you see, if I have 4 elements each separated by some 1 meter, right? So what is the length? Right? I multiply everything by distance between them. That's what the total length L, right? So this is D, this is N. 1, 2, sorry, this is the first one. So whenever we find the distance, we will take, this is a reference we will take, so 3. So what is the total distance? The number of elements. So reference we take 1, 3 into what do you call distance between them. So L is equal to 3 meter. Like that. It's the same thing. So L is equal to N into D. L is equal to number of elements multiplied by distance between the elements, array length. Okay, so this is what a beam width of the broadside array. This is a very important equation. Right, next we find the direction of maximum radiation. direction of maximum radiation. Right? As usual, we start with a field equation. Easy. We know that A is equal to sine n psi by 2 divided by sine psi by 2. Fine. Okay. I want maximum radiation. Maximum radiation or null, whatever it be, I have to bother about numerator only. It is giving the maximum value. Right? So when it is maximum, the maximum is obtained when n side sine n psi by 2 is equal to 1. Right? So whenever you want maximum radiation, numerator should be maximum. Denominator should not be equal to 0. That's what the main condition, right? So if it is maximum, I will get E is a maximum value. So maximum occurs when, what is the maximum value of sine? Sine n psi by 2 will be equal to 1 only. This indicates maximum value of sine is 1. So from this what we understand is n psi by 2 is equal to plus or minus 2k plus 1 pi by 2, where k is equal to 0, 1, 2, etc. Right? Because when we substitute k 0, it will become sine pi by 2. Sine pi by 2 is 1. Right? So similarly k1 sine 3 pi by 2, that is 1, like that. So n psi pi by 2 should be equal to plus or minus 2k pi by 2. This indicates psi is equal to plus or minus 2k plus 1 pi by n from this. Okay, 2 cancel, that n I bring this side. So let me take, this is equation number 4. Beam with the equation 2 lambda by d, that is equation number 3. Okay, now fine. So we know that for array factor given by beta d cos theta, right, beta d cos theta plus alpha, that is what our psi, that is equal, instead of psi substitute beta d cos theta plus alpha plus or minus 2k plus 1 pi by n. This implies cos theta is equal to 1 by beta d. I bring everything this side, plus or minus 2k plus 1 pi by n minus alpha, right? But for broadside array, alpha is equal to 0. So I cancel it. Okay. So now we defined minor lobe maximum. So minor lobe maximum, right? Major lobe we know, right? Theta is equal to 90 degree. Minor lobe maximum. So theta maximum. At what direction? We will, direction of minor lobe maximum. At what direction minor lobe maximum occurs? So maximum value of theta for minor lobe, given by this cos, I bring this side, cos inverse 1 by beta d plus or minus 2k plus 1 into pi by n, right? Okay, so this indicates theta max minor is equal to cos inverse beta lambda by 2 pi by lambda, I substitute lambda by 2 pi d plus or minus 2k plus 1 pi divided by n. Okay, so simplify this, what you get is cos inverse plus or minus 2k plus 1 lambda by 2nd, right? So this is what the theta max minor. Okay, let us assume our array contains 4 elements. So n is equal to 4 and they are separated by a distance of lambda by 2. So d is equal to lambda by 2. Progressive phase shift 0 for broadside array. So under this condition, theta max is given by, theta max for minor lobe is given by what you call cos inverse plus or minus 2k plus 1 lambda by 2 n is equal to 4, d is lambda by 2, right? So what will happen? Lambda by 2, this lambda by 2 will be cancelled, right? So if you simplify, theta max minimum, theta max minor occurs at, fine, what will happen is, for k is equal to 1, cos inverse plus or minus 3 by 4 for k is equal to 1. Fine. So this will give theta max minor is equal to plus or minus 41.4 degree. You take your calculator and find the cos inverse of 3 by 4, or plus or minus 138.6 degree, right? Similarly, for k is equal to 2, what happens? Cos inverse plus or minus 5 by 4, theta max minor. I write for k is equal to 2, theta max minor, that is direction of minor lobe, is given by cos inverse of plus or minus 5 by 4. But for this we cannot find answer because the value of cos is maximum value of cos is 1. So we can find up to cos inverse of 1. Here 5 by 4 is greater than 1, right? So we cannot find the cos inverse of 5 by 4 because cos is always less than or equal to 1. So we can stop here itself. Alright. So we have, from this what we conclude is, we have 4 minor lobes for n is equal to 4 in broad side array, and minor lobes maxima occurs at plus or minus 41.4 degree and plus or minus 138.6 degree, right? So, and they are which are in phase, yes, and that's what I told during the starting of session, which are in phase and space related lambda by 2 distance, lambda by 2 space at lambda by 2 distance, right? And there is no other minor lobe maxima, right? So this is what minor lobe maxima direction. We know where major lobe occurs. Major lobe occurs at, for broadside array, major lobe occurs at theta is equal to pi by 2 and 370, right? So this is the major lobe direction. Now we see direction of minimum radiation. Direction of minimum radiation, right? So as usual we see E is equal to sine n psi by 2 divided by sine psi by 2. Minimum means again we have to take the numerator, sine n psi by 2. When what is the minimum value of sine? 0, right? So what we want for minimum value, sine n psi by 2 is equal to plus or minus, sorry, n psi by 2 should be equal to plus or minus k pi, right? Why? When sine of 1 k is equal to 1, 2, 3, k is equal to 1, 2, up to going. So when k is equal to 1, n psi by 2 is equal to sine pi, sine by 0, k is equal to 2, sine 2 pi 0, like that. So this indicates sine is equal to plus or minus 2k by n. This is what the direction of minimum radiation. Okay, fine. Now we know that psi is equal to beta d cos theta plus alpha that is equal to plus or minus 2k pi by n, right? So I want direction of minimum radiation, theta minimum for minor lobe, right? So that will give alpha 0 for a broadside array. So I want theta only, so I bring this side everything. So cos inverse plus or minus 2k pi by n divided by 1 by beta d. Beta I write as 2 pi by lambda into d. Okay, you bring everything this side, I make alpha 0, right? Okay, so what will happen? So theta minimum direction of minor lobe radiation is minimum radiation is cos inverse, if you simplify, plus or minus 2 pi cancel, right? K lambda by nd, right? Again we take n is equal to 4, fine, and area separated by distance of lambda by 2. Then this indicates theta minor lobe, minimum for minor lobe is, direction of minimum radiation is cos inverse k at n value 4, d is equal to lambda by 2. If you substitute, what we get is plus or minus 1 by 2. This indicates, what is the meaning? This indicates theta is equal to plus or minus 60 degree or plus or minus 120 degree. For k is equal to 2, if you substitute, what will happen? K is equal to 2, d is equal to lambda by 2 in the equation, this equation. This will indicate theta minimum for minor lobe is given by cos inverse plus or minus 1. Cos inverse plus or minus 1 is equal to 0 degree or 180 degree. So you see how many major lobe, minor lobes are there, right? Minor lobe minima here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So from this we understand 6 minor lobes minima occurs at, here you see 0 degree, 60 degree, 120 degree, 180 degree, minus 60, minus 180, minus 60, minus 180. So these are all minor lobe minima direction, right? So next we find half power beam width. Half power beam width is approximately equal to beam width between first null divided by 2. Already we found beam width between first null, that is given by 2 lambda by L. So beam width between first null for broadside array we derived 2 lambda by L radian. That is equal to 2 into 57.3 degree by L, right? L by lambda. This is in radian, this is in degree. Convert a radian into degree, that is by multiplying with 57.3 degree, right? So this will give beam width between first null as, substitute this here, half power beam width, okay, sorry. I want to find half power beam width. Half power beam width is equal to beam width between first null, that is 114.6 divided by 2, so 57.3 degree divided by L by lambda, right? So this is what half power beam with a broadside array. So what we understand from this, now I draw the radiation pattern for this one. So I told I take n is equal to 4. When I derive the equation, I take n is equal to 4. So let me take, this is one, number of element is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? So let us see, it's a broadside array. Maximum occurs at plus 90, minus 90. Right? So We know that the maximum radiation occurs at plus 90 and minus 90, right? So this is the maximum radiation that we know, the BSA. This is the array axis. We have 4 elements because always take n is equal to 4 whenever I derive the equation. You see, I take n is equal to 4 here to solve this problem. Here also I take 4. Where is that? N is equal to 4. Fine. So everywhere I take n is equal to 4. So that's why n is equal to 4 means there are 4 elements in the array, right? So first we draw this. Next we see that what is the direction of minor lobe maximum. We found minor lobe maximum occurs at 41.4 and 138.6, right? You see, where is the thing? Please refer, go and see that. So you see, minor lobe maximum occurs at 41 plus or minus 41.4 plus or minus 138.6. How many minor lobes maximum? We have 4 minor lobe maximum. These are all the 4, right? So 41.4, 138.6. So now we draw, where is that? 41.4, it may be like this. So I draw here. So this is what minor lobe maximum, 41.4 degree. This is 90 degree, 270. This is 0 degree, 180 degree, right? So 41.4 plus 41.4 and similarly we have minus 41.4. So there is another minor lobe maxima at minus 41. Right? Similarly 138.6. So here it will go. Oh, I draw properly. Right. So this is what 138.6 degree. Similarly, there is one more minor lobe here at minus 138.6 degree, 6 degrees. So 4 minor lobe maximum. 4 minor lobe maximum. Right? Then 6 minor lobe minimum. Hope you remember, right? 6 minor lobe minimum. Where are those 6? 6 minor lobe minimum at 0, 60, 120, 180. 0. Here, this is what is 0. Right? So this is first minor lobe minimum. 60. There is 160. And 0, 60, 120. This is 90 means the 120 will be here. Right? That is third. 120 degree. Next one 180 degree. 180. This is 0 degree. 4. Then what is the remaining 2? Minus 128 seems, right? Minus 60 minus 180. This is plus 60. So minus 60 will be somewhere here. Right? So this is minus 60. And what do you call? What is the last one? Minus 190. From here it is plus 180. From here also it is minus 180. Right? So 6. These are all the 6 minor lobe minimum, right? So I hope you see, as usual, broadside array, the major radiation is in the perpendicular to the array axis direction and other minor lobes are. This is the way array pattern or radiation pattern is drawn. I hope you understand this concept. If you have any doubt, please ask me in comment section. I will clarify all your doubts. Thank you.